Okay, so welcome to Flamingle Mingle. Today is April 25th, 2022, and tonight we have the wonderful Carley Roper, who is going to be training on the topic, things I wish I would have known from the beginning. And this is kind of just a mishmash of things that we have learned over the last 8/9 years of things that we wish we would have known to help us run our businesses more effectively. Just a few little tidbits before we get started. Just keep in mind that starting May 1st, we will be transitioning for the month of May to just using Basecamp for the month of May. The Flamingle Flock group will be paused just for the month of May. And this is not to force anybody to love Basecamp, but this is to get a really good idea of how Basecamp functions, flush out any issues, so on and so forth. Basecamp is not cheap. It's $100 a month for me to pay. But if it is a sincerely valuable asset to your businesses, I will gladly pay for it. I think that it's a sincerely valuable asset to my business. And I want to make sure that there's nothing we can solve ahead of time while we're still in our trial phase before we start paying for it. So if anybody has any questions about that, just shoot them over to me. You can either email me, text me, message me on Facebook, so on and so forth. Secondary reminder, we haven't had a mingle in a couple of weeks, and that's my fault. I've been going through a lot in the last couple of weeks, but second reminder, please be mindful of all the consultants on our team's business hours and what that means for each consultant. I know it is not your job to know when we are working, but just be mindful of other people. And if you message somebody at 9 o'clock at night or on a holiday, don't expect them to respond right away, and don't come at them with attitude. Just throwing that out there. We love you guys, and we would love to respond to you every second of every day. But your leadership team also does have a life outside of being a Scentsy consultant, and we also have our own businesses to run outside of being leaders. So we do the best we can to try to make sure that we answer your questions in a timely manner. But some of us have pretty strict business hours so that we can make sure that we're spending quality time with our families, sans phones. So also, questions, comments, or concerns, shoot me a message. But without further ado, I will trade this over to Carley. I'm going to pin Carley. There we go.
Okay.
And I'm going to let Carley go ahead with our training.
So first off, Ash, can you keep an eye on the chat? I am on my phone.
Got you.
I moved to the boonies and I don't have internet yet. So if someone's having problems hearing me or anything, just drop it in the chat and Ash will let me know. So this, I may or may not have forgotten that I was training tonight, but that's okay. I've been doing this for a while and I've learned a lot. So I want to make sure that I pass that on to you guys. This is what I have to go off of. It's in no order. I've had a couple people do a comment on the event page, or whatever Ashley posted the event. So I want to make sure I touch on that. But first things first, if you guys have a PWS, which you should if you want to be a successful consultant, because you will get random orders once you reach lead and above, always have an open party. Always, 100% of the time. I will tell you when I joined, and what this means is you go through Workstation, you create a party, you make yourself the consultant. This is so we can double dip. Not only are we going to make money back on all of our products that we sell, we're also going to get free and half price items. I did not know this until 2019. I want to say I didn't really have much of a leader. I'm not going to blame it on that because that's nobody's fault but my own. But I didn't, so I didn't know those tips and tricks. And thinking back, I joined in 2013. While I didn't do much with it, I still could have been getting a lot of free products for myself. And I lost out on 6 years. Now, while I stopped in 2014 and didn't reinstate until 2018, but still, I didn't know that. And those small things are what keep you going. So if you're getting free products, you're also getting paid back on those products. That's a perk of being a Scentsy consultant. We are allowed to double dip. And that is just the one piece of advice that all of my new consultants get told. always 100. You close a party, you open a party, 5 seconds in between. That should just be what you do. It's a huge thing and it's a huge perk. So make sure you're doing that. If you don't, we can check PWSs, you guys. If you're leading above, we can check it. So if you guys, and I guess really anything, if we know your direct link, but we can't search you. But have that open party. You'll thank us later. I promise. Another just quick thing, some things that we chatted about in our director chat earlier, customer bags. I can't see many hands. Not everyone has their video on, but who didn't know that when you close an order, you can get, I think it's 10, right? 10 customer bags for $1. That's the clear bags that you can package orders up for $1. Spend $10 and get 100 bags. Like, it's kind of like a no-brainer. If you don't want to spend you're not going to find bags any cheaper. I can promise you that. You spend $10 and get 100 bags, and they're big. They probably easily fit, depending on the size box. So I say 2 large warmers, maybe, and some stuff on top. Like you get a lot of stuff in those orders or in those bags. Add a ribbon to it, call it a day. You better make sure that every single product that leaves your hand has a tag on it, has a label. I did not do this until every bit of 2019 and 2020. And thinking back on all the orders that I hand delivered or anything like that, guess who lost out on a lot of customers? Me. So it doesn't matter if it's your mom. Who's to say that your mom, your dad, your whatever isn't gifting that? How do you know? Are you that close and you know what they give gifts, every single gift they give, where it's going? Probably not. So every single product that leaves your hand, no matter if it's your best friend or a complete stranger that just ordered from you, put your contact, even if it's a business card. If you open the box and stick a business card in it, do it. Promise. You'll get some customers from it. You'll get repeat customers. So those are the little things. So the next thing I want to follow up on with that is do your follow-ups. How many times have you guys heard us do your follow-ups? How many people are consistent with follow-ups? I'm not. Shut up. Ashley is. I'm not. I did some today, but I have over 100 to-dos on my Amy. 100. If you're not investing in Amy and you don't have a follow-up system, I suggest you start with Amy. It links it. You can go through your workstation. You can look it up. You can just download the app, but it links your workstation and your orders to the app, and you can do your follow-ups literally just on your phone. We're always on our phone, are we not? So it's an easy way to keep your customers, and that goes hand in hand with staying consistent. I was never consistent in the beginning, ever. And that just means staying consistent with conversations, staying consistent with relationships. Don't be pushy. Don't be gross and cold message. And there was one more that literally just slipped my mind. Be active. That's not the word I want, but show your face. Okay. Show your face. Go live on your stories. If you're scared, do it. You're not going to be scared forever. The more you do it, the better you get. I'm a talker. I don't get uncomfortable in situations. I am a very strong type A personality. I've never met a stranger. So it is easy for me, but you know what was really awkward? Going live the first time and feeling like you're talking to your freaking self. But do you know who loves going live now? Me. I love going live. My customers like seeing me go live. I don't go live as much as I should. But if you stay consistent and you show how you're using the products, I promise you customers will want to buy from you. If you are not being consistent and you are not showing that you believe in the products or being honest, almost every single one of my customers know that I absolutely, with everything inside of me, cannot stand Newborn Nursery. I am very honest. I will never say I like that product because there will never be an ounce of me that likes it, ever. And my customers know that. I'm a very honest person. I'm real, be you, be authentic. It's important. I just pulled a hair out of my sweatshirt. So that's important. Does anybody have questions really quick so I can take a sip of coffee? Because I talk a lot. And is there anything in the chat, Ash? My coffee cup says keep your head up. So, and that was not intentional.
You're all good so far. Nothing in the chat.
Okay. So something else that a lot of people I think are scared of, if you don't know, just ask. There is not a single one of us here that won't answer your question. However, I use chain of command because that's what I use at my job. There's a chain of command. I don't want somebody to skip me as their sponsor and go directly to Ashley. Does Ashley do this full time? Yes. Am I working all the time as a 911 dispatcher? More than likely I'm working. I train. It's hard for me to answer it. But I also, I say this lightly, but I feel some type of way when I get skipped. I want to have a chance to help my people. And I'm sure your sponsor feels the same. If they don't, if that relationship's not there, or if they don't sell anymore, then that's different. Go to whoever's above them, but give your sponsor a chance. Ask your fellow consultants if you have a team page, if you have a team chat, ask them. You never know when somebody has the same question and might be too shy or might be too embarrassed to ask. I ask questions 100% of the time. But if you don't know, you've got to ask, but do your research. Your workstation is there for a reason. Yes, the workstation can get confusing. They're trying to make that better. There's hundreds of trainings on workstation. If you've got 5 minutes, there's 5-minute trainings. If you've got an hour, do an hour minute, do an hour training. It's there. I didn't know about Scent and Warmer of the Month for the longest time. Now, everyone is in a different spot in their business. Scent and Warmer of the Month can get very expensive. Sometimes I have a heart attack when I look at my bank account and realize that the Scent and Warmer of the Month was every bit of $90 or $100. However, we get that super, super, super duper discounted. If you have it to invest and you can afford it, it's really good to show that. If you're happy with your numbers, again, don't share Scent and Warmer of the Month and anything new until you're happy with your numbers for the current month, because people will hold out for that stuff and won't buy currently. But if you're happy where you're at, go live and show it in real life. Real life videos, can make or break it. Yes, Ashley said, especially if you're looking to build stock, you can get 9 bars, 8 bars, 8, right? 8. Okay. Yeah. 8 bars. That's a lot of freaking bars. So even if you just do Scent of the Month, that's 8 bars, which is normally technically $48. If you buy them individually, we get it for $30. That's $18 that you're saving off the bat. Guess what you can make off the bat if you sell all of them? Just like Ashley said, sell it to local people, make $18, put it back in your business. You can keep putting that money back into your business and build stock very, very quickly. When Ashley and I first started having events, we had a lot of stock, but I can tell you right now, we have thousands of dollars in stock right now. And that's just from keeping an open party, doing local orders, and investing in our business in Scent and Warmer of the Month. That's a lot of our business. And partially because we hoard bars. So that leads me to, I already talked about going live, forming relationships. Do you guys have relationships with your customers? Do you recognize which customers buy from you and follow along with their life? Shut up, Ashley. If you see somebody that's a customer, even if they're not a customer, build relationships with people that have never bought from you before. If you build those relationships, they're going to be nosy. They're going to start seeing your stuff. They're going to start watching your stories. They're going to, if you're interacting with them on social media, your stuff's going to start showing first. That's called algorithms. They suck, but they can help you. Form those relationships. You see someone struggling. I have someone that's struggling right now. She has a kid with, it's a heart. I don't know what the heck it is. I don't know if it's a congenital heart. I don't know what the hell it is. But anyways, she struggles. And I reached out. Hey, I'm thinking about you. I know you're going through a lot. She said, thanks. That's it. Let people feel loved. You want to be loved just like they want to be loved, and it matters. So if you want to start broadening your customer base, start with forming relationships. Do not mention Scentsy. Not a single time. You form relationships based off something that you've seen, something that you've chatted about or anything. Don't mention Scentsy. Don't go in there. Hey, whatever. I heard you're going through a hard time, or congrats on your house. I have a warmer. Don't do that. It's gross. I talked about customer bags. Let's see what else. I said, be consistent with social media. You should be consistent with social media. If you're scared to go live by yourself, find a friend. My cousin was a little chicken and she went live with me for the first time. And, she doesn't really do it much, but still, local order. So does everyone know what a local order is? I know she is still a chicken. Yes, no, indifferent, maybe, I don't know. Let me know. I can't see anyone's face because none of y'all got your camera on except for Ash. I see Scott over there cooking. Local orders. So it's where you've got people local, right? So I have customers that are in Fredericksburg along with half of the rest of the team. But if they message me their order and I put it into Workstation, they get either free or discounted shipping. Now you can't be broadcasting on social media, hey, I have a free shipping order going in, because when it comes to that, that is considered a personal special and not everybody can do it. So discounted shipping starts at $200 order. So you and another friend have $100 each. You guys both get discounted shipping. You get your order to $500. If everybody is local, it is free shipping for everybody. It gets shipped to you as the consultant, and you either deliver all of them, have a meetup place, bring it to work, whatever. I do that for all of my local hosts too. That's the very first thing that I post in a party. If you're local to your host or me, it's me, but even if they're local to their host, you can ship everything to the host and the host can package it all up and all that stuff, but it's still free shipping. It just has to go to one location. Your direct ships don't get free shipping. You still have to pay shipping for them. But local orders can, what did you say? Local orders are 90% of my business. The other 10% is Scentsy Club. Same, I get those random orders that come through my PWS. People search for me, but a lot of mine is local orders, and that, again, that just falls back onto building your business. Building your business is tough. It's not easy. It's not something that happens overnight. And it's not something that you should ever compare yourself to another consultant, ever. That's the hardest thing in direct sales is comparison. When I started out again in 2018, I had zero, literally no consultant base. I didn't have anything. I just started with my friends and family, and it just builds from there. For every party that you have, you better be meeting some people. You better be forming some relationships. Abby said something earlier on our director chat, the list of 100. Have you guys done your list of 100? If you haven't, you should probably think about it. More people than you think. And you have to think of it. I don't remember if it was Ashley that said it or Abby, but it's the spider web. Your customer base is a spider web. It starts with your list of 100 or your whatever your list number is. It might not be 100, and it spider webs out. So you figure if Ashley's one of my party hosts, she's number one on my list. How many people does she know in her party? Do you think you can meet 5 new people? Maybe you can meet 10 or 20. It just matters. On the chats, I welcome every single person with a personal message. Thank you for joining the party. What's your favorite scent, Scentsy or not? I want to know what your all-time favorite scent is. And sorry, I'm getting messages. That's why my hands are all over the place. But that's how it starts. Why are you looking like that? So, and that's how you build your customer base. Getting uncomfortable is going to make you more comfortable with a lot of things. A lot of stuff is busting out of that comfort zone and doing what you should do, but you haven't done. We've all done it. We all do it. I'm sitting on 2 months of Happy Meal that I haven't done because my office is a damn disaster. So let's see. I'm trying to keep this short, but there's so much to talk about. Does anyone have questions? I talk a lot. I could sit here all day and probably talk about this. But I've learned a lot, from 2013 until 2022. Yeah, that's a long time. Taxes. I don't know shit about taxes. Taxes scare the hell out of me, and I'm sure I do it wrong every time, but it's fine. I haven't had to pay a single penny though. But if you are spending a penny on your business, you better be tracking it. I don't care if you write it down, you print your receipt, you save your receipt, whatever. So I actually started this year. I'm in April and I still haven't officially started it yet, but I have the thoughts there. I have a binder. I have a really, really, really thick binder, and it's got 12 folders in it. They're like the little, the binder ones. Yeah. See, Ashley has the taxes. Mine is way bigger than that, but it's got, I'll post a picture of it. I don't know. It's 12 individual binder folders, whatever. It's got like a little snap on it and you can stick your stuff in it. I'm going to do that for every month. So in January, I got to go back and do this because I procrastinate, but I'm going to print everything I order from Amazon. I'm going to save every receipt on anything and everything that I spend. Happy Meal. If you send it, save your receipt. You go to the Target dollar spot to send something to your team, save your receipt. If you buy stamps, save your receipt. You do pirate ship, guess what? That saves your receipt. You pay for Amy. I could literally go on and on. You drive an order from your house to 5 miles up the road, you better be tracking 10 miles. Mileage is the best write-off. You get, I feel, and this is just personal, I don't know if it's legit, but you get such a big break from your mileage. Huge. Any traveling. How many of y'all went last year to our SFR retreat? Did you write it off on your taxes? Because you paid for stuff. Did you save your receipt? Did you pay, you paid $400 to go. Did you save your mileage? Did you stop for gas? That's all stuff you can write off. Did you buy a coffee? You damn right I wrote off my Starbucks that I got on the way there and on the way back, because my ass is going to somewhere for Scentsy. Those little things, even if it's $1, if you spend 100 on dollar items, that's $100 you can write off. That stuff matters. Every little penny matters. I didn't track anything. Now, claiming the trip. Hold on. What did you say? Claiming the trip got me extra monies back on my taxes. Yeah, I claimed it. And it's that kind of stuff that really matters. Taxes are scary, especially when you know nothing about taxes. But again, if you keep that stuff, you're not going to have to pay. Well, I don't know your real life. Like, I don't know your outside life of Scentsy. However, there is a way to make it where you don't pay. So, enough on that. Success store items. Did you know that you can add anything from a success store to your local orders to save on shipping? You got a free shipping order going on, and guess what? You can add success store items to it. That's anything. That's anything in the consultant store. Anything. I forget about that shit all the time. All the time. I have so many things that I want to get, and I'm like, oh, I closed an order and forgot to put it on there. Then guess what I did the next order? The same damn thing. So I need to put a sticky on. What are we looking at, Scott? I'm gonna forget. Okay, look, I'm gonna forget to add it to my local order first. Okay. That's fine. Yes. So taxes are scary. Taxes are so scary. And obviously the more you make, the scarier it gets, but it's okay. We got you. Let's see. So I have on here, print your own labels and your own paper products. Ashley's favorite thing is build your business broke. Don't spend Scentsy. Nope. Don't spend family money on Scentsy. Spend Scentsy money on family. It's really hard to stick by that because you see everything. Look, the Target dollar spot gets me every time. Gets Ashley every time. We FaceTime each other. They have this. Do you want it? Warmer stance, that kind of stuff. Guess what? You can write it off. I write off all my club orders because it goes in stock. I love these bars, but it goes in stock. I write off just everything. But print your own labels. Use Canva. If you don't use the paid version, that's okay. You get more benefits with the paid version. I make enough labels to where the $12 a month makes sense for me. But use Avery. Buy your labels at Walmart. I don't buy expensive Avery labels. That's just me. I get mine at Walmart and they work just fine. But that goes with labeling your products. So label your products, but make your own labels. Unless there's like some amazing sale. I hear really loud music over here. It saves you a lot of money. It gets your creative juices flowing. It, again, gets you out of your comfort zone. The first time I designed anything, it looked like garbage. And I thought it was like the best thing since sliced bread. And now seeing where I've come in so many years, it's like, man, I'm like really good at making this stuff and designing this stuff. So if you start now, you're going to get better and it's going to save you money. I promise. That goes hand in hand with branding. I know we've talked branding multiple times, but if you haven't branded your business, you need to brand your business. Good. Beth, I'm glad you already do that. So Beth said she already makes her own business cards and labels using Avery. And it's not that hard. I mean, it's kind of overwhelming at first, and maybe that can be a training that we do another day. I know that we did one last year where we all made, what was it?
We made about you and your accolades.
Yeah. Yep.
Postcard.
So about you and like what you've earned in Scentsy, but we did it based off your branding.
Maybe we could do one on labels or something.
Yeah. Just something easy. Yeah. That's what I do, Beth. Buy what I need at Walmart and print it at home. I am not going to, oh God, I gotta go. There's a hornet. Hold on. There's a hornet outside. Okay, that just scared the hell out of me. But that's actually one of the last things I have. So do your own labels. I promise you'll love it. And then the last thing that I have is track numbers daily to see your growth. Okay, so I don't do this. I know I need to do this. I've actually printed all the stuff to do it, but I don't. But you're never going to know if you're growing until you do it. So even if you track now, so let's start in April. We're in April. Let's start in May. May 1st. Track your numbers. Track your PRV. Track your TWV and GWV. Track it all. And then at the end of May, you can see how much you've grown. And then in whatever month is next, June, do it again. See, test yourself on the 15th. On the 15th of May, where were you at? Where were you at as a team? Where are you at as a consultant, as a person, as an individual? See where you're at June 15th. See if you're growing. That we go in and out of busy seasons. We do that a lot. January always freaking sucks. Always, not always, most of the time. It only sucks as much as you let it suck. So hold on, I'm trying to read. Thanks, Ash. Sorry, I was trying to read that really fast. But track numbers. It's really not hard. There's a what is it called? PDF. I always say PWS for everything. A PDF somewhere floating around that I'll try to find. That it's just literally like an Excel sheet with with the day. You can write the month at the top, and just track it. Maybe it'll be a fun little thing for your, posting your VIP group. Hey, I'm tracking my numbers now for my team. Where do you guys think we're going to be at by the end of the month? Closest one without going over gets a free gift. Send them a $3 Scent Circle. It costs a stamp. And that's how you engage. My nose is running. If you don't have a VIP group, engage your VIPs, make one, engage your customers, have fun, do what you can with your means. I send Scent Circles to every single order through my website every single month. You know how I get those Scent Circles? I get them for free or half off because I always have an open party and I do my local orders. That's how I do it. It's really not hard. If you guys need help though, we can do a training. Everybody starts somewhere. There are a lot of essential certified lead, that kind of, we have a lot of, oh yeah, I know. There's a lot of consultants that just don't know these things. And if that's something you would like a training on, just tell us. We can take it like back to the simple basics, but we don't know. We think you guys are doing fine if you don't ask. We're not going to pry you guys for information. We're all adults, right? You all got to be 18. So just ask, post it in, in the Flock page, whatever, or we can have a post that says that. Yeah, I know. We do have a training starting May 1st on Basecamp. More information is to come. I know what it's about, but I'm not going to spoil the surprise. But I think that's what I have. That was let me touch really quick on events because a lot of people ask about events. Events are there to network. Events are not there for PRV. If you go to an event, look, I'm gonna throw Ashley under the bus really quick. She just had an event a couple weeks ago. You want to know what she sold? Less than $100. You know what she paid for the event? Probably close to that. 40. So she only made $60. You know what? That's still money in her pocket. It's still money she can invest back in her business. She is a superstar director and made less than $100 at an event. But you know what she probably did? She probably met a ton of people that she can continue to contact and continue to build relationships with. And you know how she does that? Event or drawing slips. You want to enter my drawing? Here's a free sample. Give them, people like free. If you invest in a scent warmer of the month, guess what you can do? You can make a shit ton of samples using your wax bars. I make a lot. I would say every bit of 50 to 75 with one bar. That's 50 to 75 people that are going to get something for free. I'm trying to prop my phone up, but I just don't think it's going to work. Oh, there it goes. By investing in your business, scent warmer of the month. So events, product displays. I really can't touch on product displays because it kind of depends on your stock. We don't want you to feel like you have to have stock because you do not have to have stock to be successful in this business. And again, comparison is the thief of joy. Do not compare yourself. Ash and I have been in this business since 2013 and 2014. While yes, we took a break, we still have bars that have the old labels on it. We still have products that have the old labels on it, but we've been doing this for a long time. But that doesn't mean that somebody that from Jump Street can just be as successful. That does not mean that somebody, Ashley Stewart, she hit director in 40 days, and she was successful quick, but it doesn't always happen like that. So take where you're at in your business and take pride in that. It's important to be okay and happy with where you're at because every step of the way means something. It means you're working. It means you're doing something right. So never, get discouraged because of that. Event displays. I think Ash and I have a couple pictures. If anybody would like, we can share them again. I know we have before. but it just depends on your stock. We are kind of anal with ours and like everything to be like, you want it to make sense, I guess you could say. So you want to keep your laundry products together. We have a huge ass rack that keeps our bars on it, but we have to make means when it gets hot. We do outside events when it's hot. That's what happens. Our wax melts. So, we have ice packs and we have a cooler, we've got all these things. So you have to think about that. Tables, tablecloths, that kind of stuff matters. Get something that draws them in. Ashley made a sign for us that says, come stick your nose in our business. You know how many compliments we've gotten on that? They're like, I really like your sign. And they never step foot in my booth all the time, every single event. Oh, your sign's really cute. Thanks. Have you ever heard of Scentsy? My biggest piece of advice for events, if I come to an event and you're there and you're sitting your butt in a chair, there's a problem. Unless you're eating food, there's a problem. Absolutely. You need to be inviting. If you're sitting down in a chair, people aren't going to approach you. Approach them. Hey, have you ever heard of Scentsy? What's your favorite fragrance? Would you like, pick up anything and smell it? Be engaging with the customers, and it goes a long way. It goes a long way. I don't even bring a chair to my events ever. Am I dead afterwards? Yes. Is it worth it? Absolutely. So again, I know a lot of us wanted to talk about events. Events are different for everybody. It depends on the event. Ashley and I have a lot of events where there's a lot of alcohol involved. People like to drink and people love to buy shit when they're drunk. I mean, there's really no way around it. It's better never, ever, ever close up shop early at a drinking event, ever. The drunks are going to come at the end. The drunks are too sober to buy anything, but they're going to spend a lot of money at the end. So, I almost saw my booty because I'm in with Jamie's. But yeah, so like I said, events are hard. It's kind of hard to talk about, especially since they don't have anything set up, but we do have some pictures that we can share. And, maybe that can be just a chat or something that maybe we go live on. And, if we have an event or anybody has an event and you want to share what you're doing, go live at your event really quick, just touch base. Hey, here's my, thing or whatever. But, there is compliance. Compliance is out there. You're not supposed to show stock at events. So Ash and I don't always listen to compliance. We're also not scared of compliance. So look, it is what it is. That also goes for like, if you take a picture with somebody and they post it, like that can also get you in trouble. Don't be scared of compliance. Compliance is there to keep it. It's a standard. That's all it is. Exactly. Do as we say, not as we do. That's what I do at work too. I say that all the time. And I'm like, I'm not scared to get in trouble. It's fine. But compliance is there. Again, it's there to just keep it standard, make it fair for everybody. So don't be scared. If they come at you, it's fine. Just own it and move along. Don't do it again because they'll suspend your shit. But I think that's all I have. That was totally on a whim because I texted Ash at like 11 o'clock and it's like, oh shit, I'm training today, aren't I? I don't even have an office yet. So does anyone have questions? Anything I didn't touch on that you want me to touch on? Again, I could go on for hours on this topic. It's very easy to talk about. Anything? Anybody? Do you have any other questions that are not related to the topic? So I'm picking stickers off my daughters.
I think I might have one.
What's up?
When you're talking earlier about like financials, that PDF thing I was talking about, it's that Scentsy make a plan, year plan thing. I'm having trouble trying to figure it out because I'm still kind of new to this.
Okay. Can you share that with me tomorrow or with me and Ash in a group chat? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, if you want to do that, and then we can look at it.
Actually, some pictures of it.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to do that, we can see what you're talking about, and then you can ask direct questions just because I don't have it in front of me. And I'm also doing this on the phone, so I can't get out of this to look at it. But yeah, we can definitely try to help you on that for sure.
Okay, so I joined this past January, start of this year, and I'm still trying to figure out like how to keep track of like the financials and stuff like that. And then I seen this, I'm like, ooh, I can do it this way.
Yeah, a lot of people use Excel sheets. I don't have enough time to create one. I wing it. That's my life. It is what it is. But yeah, I am trying this new thing with receipts. I have receipts in like every bag that I own because I change bags a lot. So I'm Look, I'm probably going to learn a thing or two from you tomorrow. I'm just going to say, because
Yeah,
I don't.
this is like a sensory pre-made spreadsheet or something like that. It's like a packet.
I just looked it up and it looks like it's from like 2019, 2018. And essentially what it is it's a spreadsheet that breaks down every single aspect of your business. It's not to be used to be filled out consistently or to really make, it's a little confusing. Hold on, let me unmute myself real fast. I was just holding down the space bar. I found what you're talking about and I pulled it up and it's trying to create a yearly business plan to do sales and commissions, recruits and team promotions. It's I think the biggest thing that will help you more than this spreadsheet is a little too
Complicated.
detailed. Yeah, this spreadsheet is a little too detailed. I think the easiest thing to do is just track your day over day PRV. I think that that's the most important thing because if you are tracking your day over day PRV, you can see your consistent growth on a monthly basis on a smaller scale or even a weekly basis. So you can see like, okay, my goal for today is to add 25 PRV. Okay, I did that. Cool. Next day, add 25 PRV. Okay, I did that. And you'll see how fast that those little things add up. And then you can keep that and compare month over month. And then when you compare month over month, you can compare year over year. That's what we're talking about is because it's so easy to compare yourself to other consultants and what other consultants are able to do. And not every consultant is a 2000 PRV a month consultant, and that's okay.
It takes time to get there.
Yeah, there are
It does.
top leaders in this company who are struggling to hit 2000 PRV a month. There's a reason that you get an additional 5% bonus and a nice little pin or a charm every time you hit 2K. So I think the biggest thing is remaining in competition with yourself, not with others, and tracking your own daily PRV is going to keep you in competition with yourself. Always working to better yourself and grow on an individual basis.
Yeah, I learned.
Yourself.
Yeah, I learned in the past not to try and compare myself to others because when I did that with my other business, when I did direct sales, it put me in a really dark place and caused depression. So I'm like, I'm lucky if I'm making 100 a month in sales and then your commission out of that, and you're seeing everybody rack in thousands of sales, and you're trying to like, okay, what are they doing that I'm not doing? And it puts you in a dark place.
I think the reminder that I always tell myself is I cannot compare where I am in my business to somebody else's middle of their business. So like you might be at the beginning of your business, and comparing yourself to another consultant might be comparing your beginning to their middle. So like if you were to look at what Carly and I have built over the last 8 and 9 years, we have 8 and 9 years under our belt to be able to build that consistent foundation. And let me tell you, neither of us until probably the last year, 2 years was consistently hitting the numbers we are now. I think it's been within the last 2 years that Cara and I
was going to say, I will say that with 2 years ago, I didn't make enough to pay my kids' childcare.
Yeah.
Which was $400 a month.
Yeah.
You know, I know that a $400 paycheck can change a lot of lives, and that seems like a lot to some people, but it literally, and I know that this sounds silly, but it all comes down to consistency and the drive to work. That's
mindset.
I work all the time, my full-time job, all the time. I've said this to my team before, and it's not an excuse. You know, it might sound like an excuse, but I'm a 911 supervisor and I'm also training. That takes everything out. Like even just today, I know I sound like I talk a lot. I've talked for 12 hours. I have literally been talking. It's been more now, but since 6 o'clock in the morning, I worked from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and I have been talking the entire 12 hours. Like I'm talked out, but you know, doing these trainings is what I enjoy too. You know, I love meeting with you guys and talking and chatting and bouncing ideas and just doing all the things. And that's what it comes down to. Like I've severely slacked in my business with packing, and, you know, I've could have found any excuse under the sun, but I still challenge myself. It is not acceptable personally to hit less than $2,000 a month or 2,000 PRV. That's a personal thing. It doesn't happen. Like I will bust out any whatever I need to hit 2,000, because now I have moved from, in 2 years, you guys. So in 2 years, a lot can change. I've moved from not even being able to afford $400 a month, or not afford, but since he has not been able to pay my childcare, to now I am almost paying my entire brand new mortgage. Not consistently. I am not consistently making $2,200 a month either. That's what my mortgage is. But you work there. Like that's my goal. And that's what I'm working towards. Like I know what I need to have a month in PRV and GWV to get that, and every single one of you, if there is a paycheck that you want, that dream paycheck, you need to back it up. You need to figure out how much PRV. If you have zero team, guess what? That's 100% on you. That's 100% on your work ethic. That's 100% on you challenging yourself, and 100% on how hard you're willing to work and get uncomfortable. So, and that's not being rude. It's being honest. That's what it comes down to. We are an individual business owner, an individual. It all starts with us. If you're not going to put out the numbers, if you have a team, your team's not going to want to either, So, and I have failed my team here the last couple months because I've had a lot going on. I've had a lot with packing, a lot with moving, a lot with work, a lot with a lot. But I'm going to get it back on track where it needs to be. And that takes time. Is it going to take time for my customers or my team to trust me again, to not fail them again? Of course, I expect that. But getting a little off topic, that's something we can talk about, later on. But if there's anything else that you have questions on or that you wish you knew, drop it in the comments. Everybody's like, damn, I wish I would have known that when I started. And I'm sure there's 100 more things that I could talk about that just haven't popped in my mind. But on this video, drop it in the comments. People read the comments.
Mhm.
So,